Where are you heading for?
Holbrook. My mum and dad live there. Roger and I were on our way back from Shepparton.
Well, like I said, there's a bus stop in the town, but that's a good 10 miles away. My husband's got the car today, but when he gets back, he'll give you a lift. It'll be a couple of hours, though.
Oh, that's all right. There's no rush.
Listen, why don't you go and phone your parents and tell them that you're going to be late?
Oh, no, I can't. Oh, they're both at work. But I'll get in touch with them later.
Have you got a bag or anything?
No, I left it in the car.
What, everything?
Afraid so.
I don't know. What was he thinking of, dropping you off in the middle of nowhere?
I don't know. He was a nice guy. Suppose the argument was mostly my fault.
Now, don't you go blaming yourself.
Yeah, you're right.
Come in.
Could we have a word with you, Mrs. Davidson?
Certainly. Well, this seems rather official. Are you applying for Mr. Marley's position when he leaves, Miss Conway?
No, it's a more personal reason, actually.
But it involves us both.
Well, now I really am intrigued.
I'd like to hand in my resignation.
This is rather sudden. I thought you were settling in.
Oh, I was, but
I'm wooing her away, I'm afraid. Literally.
we're going to get married.
Well, congratulations. When do you plan to marry?
In a month or so, but we'll be going to Queensland next week so that Janet's family can be there.
I hope a week's notice is sufficient, Mrs. Davidson. I know it's very short, but there's just so much to do.
Oh, we'll manage somehow. We always have in the past. What are your plans for the future?
Oh, Ian's going to start up his own business.
Here or in Queensland?
No, down here. I'll always be on hand if the women ever need a refresher course.
I would say there'll always be someone who need a refresher course. By the way, how's the newspaper coming along?
Oh, very well. Tops. Enthusiasm hasn't flagged at all yet.
Good. Well, I don't know what to say, except congratulations again.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
See, I told you she wouldn't be jealous.
What the hell are you doing here, Peterson? Work bell went 10 minutes ago.
What business is it of yours?
You've just done a stint in the pound. Do you want to go back again?
That'd be so ridiculous. I won't be spoken to like that.
Look, Peterson, we're onto your little game. Pretending insanity. If you think it's going to work, you're more stupid than I thought.
How dare you? There's nothing wrong with either my sanity or my intelligence. If you weren't such a cretin, you'd recognize that.
It's not going to work, Peterson. Have you thought about confessing to Sandy's murder yet?
Why on earth would I do that?
And save the women handing out their own punishment. They will get to you sooner or later.
No one gets to me, Mr. Faulkner. If they do, they have a very short future. And it doesn't matter who they are.
This is very kind of you, Mrs. Cameron.
I'll think nothing of it, dear. Besides, it's nice to have the company.
Perhaps I ought to go, though. I might miss the bus.
Oh, I doubt it. Sorry, what did you say your name was?
Doreen. Doreen Birdsworth.
Oh, sorry, Doreen. I had a bus timetable around here somewhere. Anyway, you stay till Brian gets back. He'll know the time of the next bus.
Oh, if you're sure. I don't want to cause him too much trouble.
Oh, excuse me. Hello? Oh, yes. Yes, Mrs. Spicer. Yes, definitely. I'll tell him. Thank you. Goodbye. Doreen? Did you say you hadn't got any money?
No. Roger, my boyfriend, had it.
Oh, dear. How are you going to pay for the bus fare, then?
Well, I thought I'd tell the bus driver my parents' address. He'll probably let me pay later. I'll arrange something.
Otherwise, we'll have to organise something with Brian. You've torn your jacket.
Yeah, I did it on the barbed wire fence.
Tell you what, I'll fix it for you.
Oh, I couldn't.
No nonsense, it's no trouble. Why don't you go and freshen up while I'm doing it?
I certainly wouldn't say no to that.
The bathroom's through there, dear.
got another report on that girl, Sarge.
What girl?
Escapee from Wentworth. Frank Garner reckons he saw someone matching the description up Martin's Ridgeway.
When?
Oh, early this morning, he said.
Bloody hell, he took his time, didn't he? She'll be miles away by now. All right, get Johnson and Heath onto it.
Righto, Sarge.
Hey, Judy, can you turn the press off for a minute?
Oh, please don't stop on my account.
It's easier than shouting can be heard.
I just wanted to see how things were progressing.
Just fine. If I needed any further proof that I'm redundant, this is it.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, I think so. The women have picked up the basics very quickly. I don't think there's anything they can't handle.
Even the newspaper?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Is this the copy?
Oh, yeah, I haven't had a chance to read through that yet.
Yeah, it's not bad. Could do with some editing, though.
Jeez, what would you know?
I dabbled in journalism in my student days.
Oh, really? Perhaps you'd like to help the women get this started.
Oh, don't think so. I always said I'd never go back to it.
He'd love to, Mrs. Davidson.
Well, who's the editor?
Well, I am, sort of.
Oh, do you want a hand to get things together?
Well, would there be censorship?
No way. Afraid of them with the press is something I feel very strongly about.
Okay. You'd certainly use the help of someone who knows what they're doing.
Well, Mr. Faulkner, you're now officially in charge of the prison newspaper.
My mother has been trying to marry me off for years. She was making arrangements as soon as I got off the telephone.
Well, certainly sounds a wonderful prospect. Tropical wedding, honeymoon on a barrier reef island.
Yeah, well, the honeymoon's a better prospect than the wedding. You know what it's like when families get together, and especially when there's been a split.
Oh, yes, your parents are divorced, aren't they?
My father and my stepfather hate each other, and my brother and I aren't exactly on the best of terms. In fact, I'm hoping that Malcolm will be too busy to come up to Queensland.
Well, regardless of strained relations and pre-wedding hassles, I still envy you that holiday in the sun.
Why did you come, Meg? I need a friendly face, and as I said, I hardly know any of my relatives. Why weren't you?
Ah, I am tempted. Oops, I better get back to work. See you. Oh, well, what are you and Ian doing after work?
Oh, nothing as far as I know.
In that case, drinks at the Arms. My shout.
Oh, yes to the drinks and no to the shout.
Take it or leave it. It's not often I become generous. Only on special occasions.
You're on.
Do you reckon it was a good idea to let Alty Faulkner stick his nose in?
Yeah, well, if he doesn't, I don't think we'd have a newspaper anyway.
Why not?
I think it'd probably fold from lack of interest. At least with him here, the movement of sitting up and taking notice. I don't know what they see in him, though. He's not my idea of a spunk.
Yeah, well, it's the wrong sex for a star.
It's true, isn't it?
Oh, God, look what the wind just blew in.
Ah. Kate, if you come here to work, there's a job for you at the bench there, okay?
Crack off, bitch.
What's she up to? I don't know. Just ignore her.
You had your look? You want us to do a song and dance for you?
Hey, okay, take it easy. Look, Kate, if you've come here to work. Don't disturb the others. Help Lorna sort out the paper, okay?
I'm gonna drop that stuff, bitch.
Take it easy. No one is going to drop anyone in here. Just don't let it get to you.
Well, he's right, you know. Just forget about it. Look, if you play right into her hands like that, she's gonna yell for the screws and you will end up in the pound quicker than a speeding bullet.
Look, she won't get a chance to yell.
I thought you might like to know, Gaffney, that you're next in line for special attention.
What? She's just putting on an act for the screws. She doesn't worry me.
Well, you keep telling yourself that. You might believe it.